Welcome back to the last word. We're talking about the NBA, the National Basketball Association, the National Basketball League. Everybody knows that we got a few players, superstars, that are injured, not injured, on the trade hot seat. They're on the trading block. We got names like Anthony Davis, just got moved for Luka, and he's on his way out of town already because he just can't stay healthy enough for the team to make a proper assessment on did they make the right move trading Luka. We got Ja Morant. Ja Morant, great talent, a lot of accolades potentially if he could stay healthy. Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, and also Gunman of the Year. Ja Morant, can he stay out of trouble to become, let's say, an asset to another team? We need to make a move. Kyron, I'm saying to myself, the general manager of the Toronto manager needs to pick up Ja simply because we need star talent. Ja is definitely a lot younger than AD. So AD, for me, is off the books because he's looking for another big contract. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that Toronto wants to pay him that big contract simply because of his age and his history of being injured. So therefore, there's no way we're going to pick up Giannis.
So you'd prioritize getting Ja Morant, is what you're saying?
I prioritize getting Ja Morant, someone who give you 20 to 25 any night, someone who in the clutch of a fourth quarter, you need to get a bucket, give him the ball, isolation, spread the court, and you know Ja Morant can do his thing.
So in reality, because his game right now is none of what you've just broken down. So you believe that he's going to be able to, I guess, roll back and be able to obtain what he used to be, right?
Yeah.
That's what you believe?
I believe that.
All right. But you know what? Hey, a man once told me, you know what? What do you call a bee that doesn't make honey? I used to be. And unfortunately, Ja Morant is a used to be because none of his numbers show that he's able to do any of these things. He doesn't attack the rim as much. His three-point shooting is worse than ever at any point in his career. It's health. He's not able to stay on the court. So you might as well he's the cousin to street clothes Anthony Davis because both these guys can't play. But position-wise, the Raptors need a center more. So I could understand making the move for Anthony Davis more than for Ja. However, they should probably trade for neither one of them in the grand scheme of things. But if they were going to make a move for one of them, I would understand Anthony Davis more. But again, it would have to be for the right price. And the right price would not involve RJ Barrett. It would only involve Quickly, Jakob, and then your choice of the filler parts, whether it's Grady Dick, Abaji, and again, if push came to shove, maybe a first-round pick. I wouldn't. If you start asking for RJ, conversation's over. No need to continue. Because the mere fact is you're going to be obtaining a player who's going to want an extension. So big money, not going to be reliable in terms of on-court availability, right? Best ability is availability. And when your nickname is street clothes, that says it all. So we've heard rumblings also while what's in the top of my head about Sabonis. No, because once you obtain a guy like Sabonis, your team's is capped in terms of where this team's going to be able to go. You can't have a guy who can't protect the rim and is a defensive liability as your anchor on defense. Doesn't make sense. So
you're predicting just to stay
Raptors. What the Raptors probably should do is just try to get an additional big man, whether maybe it's a Gafford, whether it's a Sharp from Brooklyn, whether and go that route and not fall for the trickery of maybe.
Well, I hear what you're saying. You like to play it safe, but I just want to remind you of one thing.
It's about smart.
One thing I just want to remind you of, okay?
Because doing that is stupid.
You're saying he's playing smart, right? But when we won the title in 2019, it wasn't smart to trade for an injury-prone small forward that didn't want to play basketball. But what happened that magical season, everything fell into place, and the Toronto Raptors end up winning the title. And I'm just saying.
They had a plan to manage him. they were trading for probably a top 5 guy again when he was on the court, right? Kawhi was clearly a top 5 basketball player
And
when
I'm not
he's
saying
on
that
the
Ja
court.
Morant is a top 5 player by any means.
No way.
But
What?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
I am telling you this. If you
What are
give
you telling me?
Ja Morant the ball and you say, get me a bucket,
Yes.
Ja Morant is top 5.
So you
When
want Ja
healthy.
Morant? You want Ja Morant taking that shot instead of Brandon Ingram
No, I don't want him
or
taking the
Scotty
shot.
Barnes?
I want him to drive to the slash to the rim and
Yeah.
do what Flash Dwayne Wade used to do and make posters of people. And listen,
The
you're
problem
denying
with
you're
that formula is the Raptors don't have shooters. So he's going to be penetrating and swinging to guys who are going to be shooting
well,
20
I think
percent.
that RJ
That's not a
Barrett
great
is
idea.
considered a shooter. BI is considered a shooter. Brandon Ingram is, I'm not saying a shooter, but these guys are the guys that they're going to have to learn how to shoot. And unfortunately for you, our guys are shooting. I go to the games a lot. We do shoot. So with a Ja Morant
They shoot 20%. They shot 5 for like 30
we could say what it want, but star talent wins ball games. We need stars in Toronto. We need star power. Ja Morant, if he cleans up his act, if you ask me, is a no-brainer. What's the worst that could happen? If you think about it, what's the worst that could happen? We still suck.
He can come in and
We
actually
still
turn
suck?
this team upside down.
And then what? We still suck? We're not winning the title now. We're not.